you're listening to WTBR and WSBR. WTBR Pittsfield, WSBR Lee. In Pittsfield, that's 89.7. In Lee, that's 88.1. It's time for the Polka Show.
Something happening around the corner that you've just got to see. As I put on my shoes and socks, I could hear a polka beat. There must have been 100 people dancing in the street, and there must have been 100 more, all singing loud and strong. Then someone grabbed my arm and said, "We're gonna party all night long. Come on down, it's party time. The polka band is blowing and it won't cost you a dime. Come on down and have some fun. The people here are going crazy and the party's just begun." So I got myself a partner and we danced 2 or 3, and then another pretty girl said, "Save a dance for me." I can't believe what's happening, it's like a dream come true. A pretty girl who wants to dance to polka music too. Now the music was really getting hot in perfect polka time. There was clarinets and fiddles and a concertina grind. When the trumpets started blowing, you could hear them for a mile. And then the bass and drums joined in and everyone went wild. Leciela bicina, mile hodworem. Zaleciela bicina, mile hodworem. Na mile hodworem, na je omaštali. Podívala bice, co chlapci dělají. Podívala bice, co chlapci dělají. Zaleciela wisi, zaleciela wisi nad Milechom dworem. Zaleciela wisi, zaleciela wisi nad Milechom dworem. Nad Milechom dworem. Nad jeho maštali podívala by se, co lavici dělají. Podívala by se, co lavici dělají. Some of Grandma's home-style cooking and some of Grandpa's homemade wine. We'll bring along our concertinas and play some old-time Polish songs. And if it's one you've heard, or if you know the words, then join right in and sing along.
Alrighty, there you go. 3 in a row starting us off today with the Glasstown Sound. Larry Zabo, the late Larry Zabo and the Glasstown Sound out of Ohio, I believe it was. Alright, yeah, you're listening to me, and I'm Bill Gustavus.
And I'm Lucy Flossick. And our phone number here is 445-5943. Once again, 445-5943.
All right, we'll do one more here by the Glasstown Sound while we got them up here. And Pretty gloomy out there. I will say everybody's probably inside, a slave to the radio or the TV tonight. Kind of, raining out a little bit, and it's just cold out there. Yep. All right, one more by the Glasstown Sound here, and we'll take it from there.
I read that you'd found another, and it said you were going away. Here's to that lucky fella, the one that you call your own. Here's to a long life of happiness, and here's to the heartaches I've known. All the happy memories of days gone by. I cry just to think that you're leaving me, and that I don't even know why. Here's to that lucky fella, the one that you call your own. Here's to a long life of happiness, and here's to the heartaches I've known. I'm sorry that things are changing, but I know I'll think of you every day. So just remember I love you, dear, much more than I ever could say. Here's to that lucky fella, the one that you call your own. Here's to a long life of happiness, and here's to the heartaches I've known. That lucky fella, the one that you call your own. Here's to a long life of happiness, and here's to the heartaches I've known.
Alrighty, one more there by the Glasstown Sound there, but we weren't expecting that to be a waltz, but well, it was. So 2 waltzes for the price of 1 right there, and yeah, because I'm not known for playing too many waltzes here, that's for sure. Once in a while, if it's a good one, but yeah, 2 waltzes within the first 15 minutes, unheard of. All right, there, yeah, they put Glasstown Sound, they put out 2 albums back in, I'll say the 80s or so. Pretty good stuff there. All right, we'll do one here, I Call Her Sunshine by Frankie Lischka and Blue Magic from their only album. They used to be The Boys, and then one guy quit, so they changed it to Frankie Lischka and Blue Magic. And they'll have a new CD coming out in July. Probably, Boy, time is going by so fast here. July is what, about 6 or 7 weeks away from now? Believe it or not. Yeah, because I was thinking Ocean Beach Park Polka Days coming up in just 4 weeks. 4 weeks, believe it or not. You know, that's a summertime thing here, and around here it certainly doesn't feel like summer. Definitely not, you know. The water's not even going to be warm down there. All of a sudden, if the temperatures change here, you know, anybody who knows the ocean, you know, the ocean takes quite a while to warm up. You know, even 2 weeks of hot weather, that does not warm up the ocean. It takes a long time. Because, yeah, I was thinking about it. It's like, geez, you're not going to be able to go in the ocean. And if I go down there and I go clamming, you know, you're in the water up to your waist or whatever, and, well, it's still going to be cold water. Even in the shallower water there, it's going to be cold. And the pool water at the hotel, I'll say that's probably going to still be pretty cold, too. Probably not as cold as the ocean, but it's still, there's just no time for anything to warm up at all in 4 weeks. But yeah, 10 days till June 1st. Believe it or not, there, yeah, it's, you know, it's safe to plant. Like they say, Memorial Day is a safe time to plant all your veggies. But I don't know, like I say, it's like, well, they're not growing, but they're just staying alive. They're just barely staying alive, but they're not growing in this weather. And God knows I will not plant the cucumbers until the nights actually get warm, because yeah, I go through that every year with the cucumbers. I plant them, they end up dying. And then I figured it out. It's like, once the nights get warm, then you plant the cucumbers. Seeds. I plant by seeds. Some people plant by plants, but I plant by seeds. Only the cucumbers. You know, the tomatoes are already in the ground. And same thing, you know, they're staying alive, but they're not growing. Yep. So, you know, it's enough of this weather, and they will be dying pretty soon. Yeah, it's Wednesday night here. It's starting to rain out there a little bit. And, you know, it's supposed to rain overnight. And tomorrow's supposed to be a total washout from what last I heard. Total washout tomorrow. Little chance of snow up in the hill towns. But, yeah, lousy, crappy day tomorrow. And just a slight bit better on Friday. Still chance of rain. And it's slightly better again on Saturday. I guess it's not going to hit 70 again, I think. I didn't catch the weather tonight, but I think it's not going to hit 70 till maybe Monday or Tuesday. And I did hear him say next Wednesday would be rain again. You know, certain words pop out to me there. It's like, yeah, Wednesday, rain. It's like, yeah, what else is new? All right. Yeah, that's it for now. Frankie Liska, I call her Sunshine.
And I can't get her off my
Okay, there you go. Frankie Liska right there with I Call Her Sunshine. All right, you going to dedicate one here?
Yes, Thanks a Lot by Frankie Liska. I'm going to send this out to, I think his name is Dave. At the senior center. Dave, I lost the little slip of paper you gave me. So I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure your first name is Dave, and you had a birthday about a week ago at the senior center. He wrote down his name on a little piece of paper, and I put it in my purse, but I can't find it. So sorry.
Yeah, well, never give Lucy anything because she'll lose it.
He says he listens all the time and enjoys the show. So hopefully your first name is Dave. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
And if it's not, it's Bob or Gary or Chet.
No, I think it's Dave.
Okay.
So especially for you, Dave.
Okay. Did you already say what name it was here?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yep, the title tune from their last song, or their last CD, Thanks a Lot.
Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot. You told your friends as I walked by that you're not sorry you made me cry, that I deserve just what I got. That's how you feel, so thanks a lot. So baby, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot. I was your fool, I played the part. Now all I got now is a broken heart. We loved a little and laughed a lot. Then you were gone, so thanks a lot. So baby, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot. So baby, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot.
When I first met you, I thought I'd lose my mind. Darling, I'll love you until the end of time. Darling, I'll love you until the end of time. You're the only one who means so much to me. Take my hand forever, our love was meant to be. Take my hand forever, our love was meant to be. is like having all dreams come true. Hold me close, darling, I want to be with you. Hold me close, darling, I want to be with you. Now's the time for us to plan our life together, to walk hand in hand and live and love forever. To walk hand in hand and live and love forever.
Alrighty, Take My Hand Forever, right there, Joe Oberitis. We haven't listened to Joe Oberitis in quite a long time, I would say. So we're going to give another spin here by Joe. Maybe two more by Joe Oberitis. Okay, why not? Here. And speaking of gardens, I think the only thing that's doing good is the garlic. The garlic is loving this weather. And it's growing like crazy, I would say, or it's certainly looking very healthy. It's probably up to my knees right now, nice and thick leaves. It's amazing how well that's doing. But yeah, well, that's all I got. I got garlic planted, I got tomatoes planted, a few different kinds of, I got early girls, big boys. I got some of the orange baby tomatoes. The orange-colored ones, I like those, and then the sweet 100s, one of each of those, because, you know, with little tomatoes, boy, when they start growing, boy, do they grow, and you got so many, you don't know what to do with them. But it's nice always having a few little baby tomatoes, but yeah, I do one of each, and then, about 6 and 6 of 6 early girls and 6 big boys, whatever they are. And I did plant a couple, I think I have 4 jalapenos planted and maybe 4 of Cubanelle peppers planted. And that's it. Well, the other day I did plant a small row of beets. And we'll see how those do. I never have good luck with beets. They always come out tiny, no bigger than a dime. But it's my fault because I don't go out there and pick them and thin them out. Maybe this year I'll try to thin them out. I say that every year and I never thin them out. That's why I never get any good beets. But you notice in the fall time, or even right now, the price you go to try to buy beets. Beets are one very expensive vegetable. Yeah, I think if you go in the store right now, you might get 3 or 4 of them for like $6. Actually it's usually around 3 of them, and they're never that big really. And I love making beet soup, so I always got to have beets. Nothing like homemade beet soup. Okay, and I looked on the computer today. Golunka's farm stand there in Hatfield, they're not open yet. Soon as they open up, they'll have fresh cucumbers and tomatoes. I'll say probably in another week or two, because, they grow them in the greenhouse, and they're in... As soon as they open up, they have fresh cucumbers, fresh tomatoes. We can't beat fresh cucumbers and tomatoes. Oh, speaking of cucumbers, I didn't plant my seeds yet. I'll wait another couple weeks before I plant my cucumber seeds. But I like to grow a lot of cucumbers, and haven't done too well the last few years, thanks to the groundhogs. But yeah, I wait till the nights get warmer before I plant the seeds on the cucumbers. But yeah, waiting for Golunka's farm stand to open up now. Can't wait to have some fresh cucumbers, fresh tomatoes. And anybody who likes fresh cucumbers and fresh tomatoes knows what that's like. Yeah. All right. Let's do one more here by, maybe 2, Joe Oberitis.
O Boże, mój Boże, co to pociąć teraz? Kochają mnie chłopcy tylko na jeden raz. Kochają mnie chłopcy tylko na jeden raz. A jak im się i tak nie dam bałamucić, którzy mnie kochają, myślę ich porzucić. Którzy mnie kochają, myślę ich porzucić. Taka jest ta dola mam, la 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 la. Hey! zielonym gaiku zjadła kaczka węża. Kochajcie mnie, chłopcy, bo ja nie mam męża. Kochajcie mnie, chłopcy, bo ja nie mam męża. Tobie świeci miesiąc, a mnie świecą gwiazdy. Ciebie kocha jeden, a mnie kocha każdy. Ciebie kocha jeden, a mnie kocha każdy. Taka jest na dola mam, la 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 la. Hey! Lubię ja pić piwo, wódce się utopię, a moja dziewczyna gadają o tobie, a moja dziewczyno gadają o tobie. Niechaj tam gadają i bardzo zazdrością, kochają mnie chłopcy, tego mi zazdrością, kochają mnie chłopcy, tego mi zazdrością. Taka jest na dola mam, la 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 la. There's pop and there's rock and there's blues and swing, but give us our polkas, hey, that's our thing. It's movie, it's groovy, it's on the go. We know you've got it, that Polish soul. Yeah, woo-hoo, whoop-a. Hey people, now listen and hear me out. The music's on fire, there is no doubt. To play happy music is our goal. To play and to belt it out with Polish soul. Yeah, woo-hoo, whoop-a.
Oh, who remembers way back up at Taconic High School there when I was doing the polka show up there? That was my opening song every week there when I had an opening song every week. Going back probably, that's a good 15 years or so when I was doing that. But
I don't remember.
yeah, now for an opening song, I just change it around every week. It's something else, either Eddie Wazanchak or Marion Lush, or throw something different in there for an opening tune every week. I like it that way. Yeah. Well, actually, I used to do the good, the bad, and the ugly. That used to be my opening song a long time
I remember
ago.
that.
Oh, yeah. A little bit different. All right.
This next one is Memories.
I bet you that must have to do with Memorial Day.
Pardon?
That must have to do with Memorial Day. Memories,
Yeah.
memory,
Who's
memorial.
it by, Bill?
The polka music sound.
And I'm going to send, Joe Zatorsky would like to send this song out to all the veterans past and present.
Look, you got a little lozenge or something in your purse you can chew on to help you
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll sound better next time you talk. All right, so who was that for?
Well, Joe Zatorsky would like to send it out to all the veterans and past and present.
Okay. Well, let's give a listen.
tried and tried to forget the night you promised to be my sweetheart. Memories you have left me will never leave my heart. Never forget, but you will regret the promise you broke, sweetheart. Never forget, but you will regret the promise you broke, sweetheart. Memories you have left me will never leave my heart. I tried and tried to forget the night you promised to be my sweetheart. Memories you have left me will never leave my heart. Never forget, but you will regret the promise you broke, sweetheart. Never forget, but you will regret the promise you broke, sweetheart.
Zielony mosteczek uginaj się, zielony mosteczek uginaj się, trawka na niem rośnie, nie sieka się, trawka na niem rośnie, nie sieka się. Zielony mosteczek uginaj się, trawka na niem rośnie, nie sieka się, trawka na niem rośnie, nie sieka się. Żebym ja ten mostek arendował, żebym ja ten mostek arendował, to bym go wyplenił, wykręgował, to bym go wyplenił, wykręgował. Żebym ja ten mostek arendował, to bym go wyplenił, wykręgował, to bym go wyplenił, wykręgował. Wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził. Wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził.
right, that sounds good. Let it spin one more time here on the turntable.
Przybyli ułani pod okienko, przybyli ułani pod okienko. Pukają, wołają, puść panienko, pukają, wołają, puść panienko. O Jezu, a cóż to za wojacy? O Jezu, a cóż to za wojacy? Nie bój się, otwieraj, to czwartacy. Nie bój się, otwieraj, to czwartacy. Przyszliśmy napoić nasze konie. Przyszliśmy napoić nasze konie. Za nami piechoty całe błonie, za nami piechoty całe błonie. Na środku pola rośnie topola. Powiedz-że mi, moja miła, czy będziesz moja? Powiedz-że mi, moja miła, czy będziesz moja? Jak będę twoja, to ci rączkę dam i ten wianek z rozmaryniu, co w ogródku mam. I ten wianek z rozmaryniu, co w ogródku mam. Dam, ja ci go dam, mój najmilejszy.
right, there you go. Some good old. I just had to keep playing it there. Little Wally there. Back when he sounded his best, I would say. That's got to be one of the first 5 or 10 albums he ever put out right there. And I don't recall playing this one because if you look at the cover, it doesn't look like it's that old. So the ones that don't look so old, I usually don't pull them out to play them. Well, considering when they're all in Polish, I don't understand the damn word that's on the cover of the album anyway. So, Smutno Nima, I don't know, Mały Władziu Śpiewa. I think that means Little Wally sings. Smutno, Kalina w lesie, Siwe Golubce. I won't even try any further. Zielone Mosteczek. Yeah, that's one we saw. We just played Zielone Mosteczek. Yeah, good sound and stuff there. Maybe we can play another one off of that in a little while. Maybe Kalina w lesie, maybe. That was always one of them good old Polish songs that from the back in the day there. If you've been around polkas long enough, you've heard Kalina w lesie, Zielone Mosteczek. Popular, good old songs from the good old days. Yes, sir. I wonder if Little Wally ever played in Berkshire County. Does anybody know if Little Wally ever played at, what was that, Swistax? Kind of a small place. I don't know. He could have played there. A lot of the old bands played there, I guess. They were more local bands, I think, that played there, not somebody from Chicago back in the day there. Yeah, that place, that building there, and technically I guess it's Savoy, but I don't know, it looks like it's right in Adams there, right across from the high school there. It looks like it's falling apart. Kind of like if you walk in there, you got to watch your head because something might fall in on you. But I would love to walk around in there and see what there is for Polish memorabilia in that place. There's got to be a lot of stuff in there, I would think, or maybe in the cellar, if you could get into the cellar there, probably covered in rats and everything, but you never know. All right, so yeah, there you go, 3 in a row by Little Wally, going back many years. All right, boy, time is going by kind of quick here. Okay, we got all the gardening talk all done, right? All we can do now is just hope for some warmer weather to get the gardens going again. The grass is certainly growing. If you mowed it a few days ago, well, when the grass finally rains, when the rain finally stops, the grass will need to get mowed again. Again. All right. Oh, what were those famous words Bugs Bunny said? Don't take life too seriously because in the end we all have to die anyway. The great Bugs Bunny said that many years ago. People may remember that. All right. You go back to old Little Wally, you got to hear a little bit of old Marion Lush too.
Teraz będziemy śpiewać obereczka, co się nazywa Rano, rano, ranusinku. Rano, rano, ranusinko, rano po rosie, kaka, rano po rosie. Alright, teraz spróbujemy jeszcze raz. Rano, rano, ranusinko, rano po rosie, kaka, rano po rosie. Teraz wszystkie razem. Rano, rano, ranusinko, rano po rosie, kaka, rano po rosie. Wyganiała wołki w pole, rozwidniało się, kaka, rozwidniało się. La 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 la, la 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 la. Skłowroneczek prześpiewuje, słowo któryje, haka, słowik któruje. A ja sobie do dziewczyny tak przyśpiewuję, haka, tak przyśpiewuję. La 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 la, la 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 la. boso byłam, haka, boso byłam. Czemu żeś mnie, matulinko, boso puściła, haka, boso puściła? La 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 Jak pojedziesz pole orać, weź mnie na płozę, kaka, weź mnie na płozę. Będę ja cię poganiała, daj mi baturze, kaka, daj mnie baturze. La 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 la
3. There you go. One called What You Got right there, Marion Lush. 3 in a row. The Gurlau Polka and Rano Cinco Obadechka right there. 3 in a row by Marion Lush. All right, we're going to do one more by Little Wally here. I think it's probably one of my favorite polkas of all time. In the top 5 anyway. Kalina Vlesha, what's that, Wilted Bush, or I don't know, I guess different people call it different things. Berry on a Tree, I think Stas Blonda calls it Berry on a Tree. Anyway, we'll do just one more by Little Wally here off of this album here. JJ number 5017. Smutno Nima Mały Władziu Śpiewa. Okay. All right, then we're going to go over to that CD there. We'll do that one right after this. One more by Little Wally. Let's make sure everything's turned on here.
Kalina w lesie pochyliła się, Kalina w lesie pochyliła się, Kasieńka z Jasieńkiem pogniewali się, Kasieńka z Jasieńkiem pogniewali się, pogniewali się, sam nie wiem o co, pogniewali się, sam nie wiem o co. Wołała Jasieńka, sam nie wiem po co. Wołała Jasieńka, sam nie wiem po co. Przyjechał w nocy, koło północy. Przyjechał w nocy, koło północy. Uwiązał konisia, zapłakał oczy. Uwiązał konisia, zapłakał oczy. Zapłakał oczy, bo mu żal było. Zapłakał oczy, bo mu żal było. Że jego kochanie mu zaginęło, że jego kochanie mu zaginęło.
All right, that's a good one there. That's, like I say, that's one of my top 5 songs of all time. Sounds a good album here. That's just the flip side of the album that I was just playing a little while ago there. Maybe we ought to do that for an album side one of these times. There's some good old Little Wally tunes that you probably all know. Oh yeah, everything from back then, everybody's, they were all hits back then. All right, well, go ahead. Announce what you're going to announce there, and then I'll add to it.
Oh, the one, Blue Eyes Blinking?
Yeah.
Who's it by, Bill?
It's by Steve Berklaw and the New Polish Sounds.
I'm going to send this out to Charlotte O'Brien. And I want to thank Charlotte. Charlotte called us yesterday to let us know about Peck's Road being open, so we knew about it before it was in the paper today. So, Charlotte, thank you.
Yeah, I drove over it twice yesterday. Yeah, so nice to have that open.
I know.
And, you know, she means the Peck's Road Bridge, not Peck's Road. All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to play this one here, and Well, I got to thank Polka Pete for handing this over to me yesterday. One of the sisters there, I don't know which ones, both of them probably went over to Wisconsin there or whatever, picked it up out in Wisconsin. The band is from Wisconsin, kind of a, I guess you'd call them a local band because I don't think they play out of Wisconsin. Maybe they play Minnesota or somewhere close to Wisconsin, but they're more of a local Wisconsin band. And by God, there's so many bands coming out of Wisconsin, it's hard to even keep track anymore. But yeah, they pretty much, all the Wisconsin bands pretty much stayed in Wisconsin. You know, we had a couple come out here there for Ocean Beach Polka Days, but that doesn't, they're canceled them out this year. The Natural Talent was supposed to play at Ocean Beach when the Ocean Beach schedule first came out there at the end of last summer. They were on the schedule to play, and then I guess when they counted up all the money at the end, Ocean Beach Polka Days didn't make so much money. So they shrunk it down one day, got rid of some of the bands, obviously. And one of the bands they got rid of was the Natural Talent from Wisconsin. But, you know, the sad part about that is they you know, whichever band was coming in from Wisconsin, you know, they've had a few of them there. Every time they came out to play, they always brought a busload of people with them. So, you know, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of money. So, I don't know if they thought that through very carefully when they canceled that band from the Natural Talent from playing here. But nothing I can say about it other than just say it. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one at Ocean Beach Park this year with the shortened days. The band quality's not where it should be, and the weather hasn't been that great. And, you know, that water in the ocean there, that's going to be cold. Even though that technically that is Long Island Sound, so it's not like it's the open ocean where it's really cold, but it's well, I fish out in there, so I know the water gets pretty deep out there too, so it's cold. Well, anyway, getting back to yes, Polka Pete gave me the CD here. Steve Berklaw's New Polish Sounds, you know, and I had heard of them before, and I believe this is it's the third CD that I know of. Maybe they got 4 or 5, I don't know, but I know this is the third one. This one came out in 2023. So I think it's their newest CD, but again, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to play cut number 6 on this, which is an old Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones song. And it is called Because Your Blue Eyes Blink here. So let's, I don't play the CD player here too much. Last time I did, it didn't work very well. Give me 2 seconds to figure it out here. for sure if that was a waltz or not. Well, I could have if I wanted to. Lazy, called laziness. Broken-hearted waltz, apparently. It doesn't say at the end of it, broken-hearted. That's all it says. I assumed it was a polka, but I was wrong. And then before that, we heard Because Your Blue Eyes Blink. There, broken-hearted is an old Little Wally tune. But yeah, 2 songs off the CD there. Like I said, I got it from Polka Pete just last night. Steve Berklaw's New Polish Sounds. You know, it doesn't sound too bad. It's got a full, a good bass and drum sound to it, which I kind of like that full sound. Yep. All right. Well, you know, I was excited to. I'm not going to play it just yet. I will shortly. But I was excited to play the album tonight here, Oldies But Goodies by Happy Louie and Yulcha. It's like, that's one of the albums by Louie going back. That was a really good album that I don't think I ever played the album side before. So, you know, so I figured, well, I got to get it set up for when I do play it here shortly. So I pulled the album out and I'm looking, it says Rex Records on it. It's like, wait a minute. This is a Halo record. How in the heck why is there a Rex record in there? And I look, it's like, oh my God, it's the wrong record. The wrong record and the wrong album cover. So the one I wanted to play tonight, well, we're not playing that one. So I guess, you know, I do have a couple others there that I could play that I won't play, but we'll play the one that was actually in here, which is, yeah, it's an old Rex record. Going back to the 60s, early 60s or so. So, yeah, when the album side comes up, that's what we're going to play. But, yeah, just a different one, a little bit of disappointment there. Thinking I was going to play one, and I'm not. But that's all right. I'll just look harder next time. And, yeah, it's one of those records I pulled out of Carl's record collection there down in the cellar there. And sometimes he did that, put the wrong albums in the wrong covers. But hopefully the right album's down there somewhere. It's time for me to take a look anyway, to take a refresher to see what there is down there. There's a lot there. Anybody's looking for polka records, let Lucy know. There's a lot of polka records in the cellar that need to go. A lot of regular records, rock and roll records from the, you know, well, 50s, 60s, all kinds of records. If you're an old record collector, you know, by all means, come on over, give Lucy or me a call, and you can let you go right down in the cellar there and go through them all. Yep. You ever see that ad in the paper anymore for those people that were looking for records?
Not recently.
No. It'd be nice to give them a call because there's so many records. They need to go. They need to go soon. You can only have so many. I mean, in all honesty, if you were to clear out my house right now, I don't know how you'd do it. There's just so many. You couldn't do it. No, it's nice to have them when you're younger. When you get older, then it gets to the point where there's just too many. When you're younger, it's nice to be a collector. You try to collect everything you can, and then you get older. It's like, geez, I got just about every one. Now what do I do with them all? Yeah, I always look at, I stopped, but I started looking at eBay again for polka records. And there's like 2 that I'm actually looking for. But there was a couple I saw in there. It's like, geez, I didn't know they made an album. It's like, and I said to myself, nope, don't buy it. You're going to buy it. You're going to play it once on the radio, and you're going to put it in the shelf forever. So I tried to get control there. All right, so what time? Boy, time is flying by here. We'll do a couple more songs, 2 or 3, then we'll do our album side and take it from there. Yeah.
Jak się wytańczymy, to się całujemy.
niesie, czwarty anioł niesie, ślubny pieszczoneczek. Czwarty anioł niesie, czwarty anioł niesie, ślubny pieszczoneczek. Piąty anioł niesie, ślubny posłuszeństwo. Szósty anioł niesie, szósty anioł niesie, ubłogosławieństwo. Szósty anioł niesie, szósty anioł niesie, ubłogosławieństwo. A sześciu aniołów stoją nad jej głową. Trzymają wianeczek, jakby na królową. Trzymają wianeczek, jakby na królową.
Alrighty, there we go. Stashbalanda with a couple tunes there. 12 Angels, Waltz, and Who's That Girl? All right, album side here. It's 25 minutes past the hour here on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Beautiful if you're a duck or a fish. All right, I'll go out and check it out myself out there and see how things are doing out there. All right, so it's our album side here. Like I said, it's an old one by Happy Louie going back to the 60s or so. So let's give it a listen and see how it sounds.
Hej, chłopcy, gdzie jedziecie tak prędko? O, dobrze, dobrze. Raz, dwa.
Śpiewamy, na taniec pójdziemy. Kasia, Marysia, Jucia i Zosia, na taniec pójdziemy, na taniec pójdziemy. Niech tańczy, tańczy, niech hula, hula do samego ranka. Niech tańczy, tańczy, niech hula, hula do samego ranka. no nasz kraj, spokój nam zachował, bronił nas, obronił, bo nas wszystkich kochał. Trudnił się no nasz kraj, spokój nam zachował, żył wesoło żoną i ze swymi dziećmi, a z nas swe nieszczęście wyjechał na wieki, wyjechał żoną do innego stanu, a tam ród już czekał na rowiznę bólu. Wyjechał żoną do innego stanu, a tam ród już czekał na rowiznę bólu. O nasz prezydencie, swoje życie dałeś tutaj w naszym kraju, co go tak kochałeś, zostałeś zabity przez wrogową kulę, od której nas Bogiem zawsze ocalałeś. Zostałeś zabity przez wrogową kulę, od której nas Bogiem zawsze ocalałeś. Śpinaj prezydencie, spokojno w swym grobie, razem z dwoma dziećmi, bo leżą przy tobie. Wieczny odpoczynek to nasza modlitwa, niech ci nie zalima światło z wiekuista. Wieczny odpoczynek to nasza modlitwa, niech ci nie zalima światło z wiekuista. Ja myślałem, że to dusza, uchyliłem kapelusza, uchyliłem kapelusza. Kapeluszu dziura była, kapeluszu dziura była, i panienka wyskoczyła, i panienka wyskoczyła. Tańcowała z kapelusem, tańcowała z kapelusem, tańcowała i skoczyła, tańcowała i skoczyła. po przeskoczy chleba niją, tidrajda, tidrajda, tidrajda. Chleba niją i organy do dziewczyny, do kochany, tidrajda, tidrajda, tidrajda. Życia, nie szukał życia, czemuż bym, a czemuż nie miał wesło być. Życia mego troszki schodzi napój gorszy, słodki smak nie zmienia, więc go pij. Życia mego troszki schodzi napój gorszy, słodki smak nie zmienia, więc go pij. Gdy mnie bieda gniecie, rozrzuca po świecie, dziewczy, że mnie szydzi i nie chce mnie znać. Tymczas kubek piwa myśl moja rozgrzywa, do stu miesięcy szkielet cały świat. Tymczas kubek piwa myśl moja rozgrzywa, do stu miesięcy szkielet cały świat. Jechałem z Krakowa, zgubiłem dwa koła, zgubiły mi trzecie, przyjechałem przecie. Czemuż bym za życia nie szukał życia, czemuż bym ja wesoło nie miał być. Czemuż bym za życia nie szukał życia, czemuż bym ja wesoło nie miał być. Od mnie troska gniecie i bieda po świecie, dziewczy, że mnie szydzi i nie kocha mnie. Tymczas kubek piwa myśl moja rozgrzywa, wesocie się wszyscy ze mną grać. Tymczas kubek piwa myśl moja rozgrzywa, wesocie się wszyscy ze mną grać. Otwieram ci drzwi. Już nie pukaj, mój Jasieńku, otwieram ci drzwi. Czekam na tych pieścioneczek, co obiecał mi. Czekam na tych pieścioneczek, co obiecał mi. Daj mi rączkę, moja miła, daj mi serce ten. Daj mi rączkę, moja miła, daj mi serce ten. Masz ten ładny pieścioneczek, wiesz ode mnie wiem. Masz ten ładny pieścioneczek, wiesz ode mnie wiem. ci, mój Jasieńku, żeś mnie pokochał. Dziękuję ci, mój Jasieńku, żeś mnie pokochał. Że wszystkich ładnych panieńków ty do mnie puchał. Że wszystkich ładnych panieńków ty do mnie puchał. Już nie muszę więcej pukać w okno ani drzwi, no ani drzwi, no ani drzwi, no ani drzwi, no ani.
Well, I guess I came in right at the right time. Yeah, couldn't go a whole album, an old album like that without a skip, I guess. All right, so what was that? That was the answer to Johnny's Knockin', that was skipping. So yeah, I don't have the name of the album because well, number one, the album doesn't have a name to it on the album because all it says is Wesołych Ludwig. And I remember, like I said, the album cover is the wrong cover. So anyway, some old Happy Louie there. All right. Yeah, I just took a walk outside there, and it's not raining at the moment, but it sure feels cold to me. It feels really cold to me. All right. Well, we'll do this one for Polka Pete here. He wanted to hear something with rain. So here's one by Eddie Foreman called Rain, Rain.
ciebie kocha brunetki. Ja się wyrazem smutajcie, oddałem serce w Londynce. Londynka piękna od słońca, Londynkę kochać bez końca. Ciram się stała na łące, serce oddałem Londynce. Londynka ciska całuje, kochanie mnie nie żałuje. O nie, 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 to prawdy nie, serce oddałem Londynce. Londynka chłopca nie rzuci, jeszcze go kochać nauczy. Jak przyjemne serce w mięce, oddałem serce w Londynce.
All right, the old Walt Solik big hit there, Blondie Polka. That one there, that version's done by the Touch of Brass, Blondie. Are you going to do a polka bulletin board?
No,
No?
no, I'm going to do Red Rose.
Okay. Well, okay, go ahead.
Red Rose Polka, and it's by Stash Belanda. And it's going out to Kathy Eddy. Get well, Kathy, and this comes from all your friends at the Senior Center.
Kathy and Eddie?
No, her name is Kathy Eddy.
Eddie, Kathy Eddie.
EDDY.
Oh.
She's the, excuse me, she's the head of the food at lunchtime.
Oh.
And she was in the hospital in Springfield. I don't know if she came home today.
Oh.
So get well, Kathy.
Well, anyway, Eddie Foreman's playing this Monday over in Pulaski Park for the annual Memorial Day picnic at Pulaski Park. That is this Monday. I don't know what time it is, but it's Monday afternoon with Eddie Foreman. Let's see, that's all I think I know without me looking on my phone here. But and then, yeah, 4 weeks from now, you got Ocean Beach Park Polka Days. It's, yeah, coming up quicker than you think. So basically, the end of summer is coming up quicker than you think. And then for anybody who cares or is going or whatever, the United States Polka Association, their big weekend is coming up this weekend, Memorial Day weekend out in Ohio. You got a bunch of bands out there this year, like they always do. Why should I say this year? But I don't know. I was looking at the band lineup, and it didn't seem like it was that great. I don't know. There was nobody there who made me say, geez, I'd like to go see them. No, not that at all. All right, we're running out of time here. All right, so what is it? Stash Belanda with the Red Rose.
Czerwona róża trojaka, czerwona róża trojaka, miałam ja męża pijaka, miałam mnie bił, to nic nie robił, tylko pił, przyszedł do domu i mnie bił, przyszedł do domu i mnie bił. Hej, ale to ci muzykanci wesoło grają, na lewo, na prawo, everybody do tańca. Czerwona róża, jałowiec, czerwona róża, jałowiec, lepszy kawaler, niż dowiec, lepszy kawaler, niż dowiec. Czerwona róża, jałowiec, lepszy kawaler, niż dowiec, lepszy kawaler, niż dowiec. Bo dowiec bije, katuje, Bodowiec bije, katuje, kawaler ściska, całuje, kawaler ściska, całuje. Bodowiec bije, katuje, kawaler ściska, całuje, kawaler ściska, całuje.
sound, something you just can't put down. It's that world-renowned Tijuana cab. Though you're not impressed, you say, with the beat-up Chevrolet, but the driver, man Jose, knows his way around Tijuana town. Hey, you wanna swing? Just tell Jose, have yourself a fling. What you wanna play? It's a pretty thing. Anytime you say, like a key, long as you can pay. Get your postcards in hot tequila, French perfume, man, from Venezuela. When you're on a Tijuana taxi ride, give those fools a great big hand, love the mariachi band. But the best thing in the land is that hand-me-down Tijuana cab.
All right, that about wraps up another week here at the Polka Show here on WTBR and WSBR. You've been listening to me. My name is Bill Gustavus.
And Lucy Flossick. And tune us in on Sunday and next Wednesday.
Okay, happy Memorial Day to everyone. Pray for better weather.
forecast calls for lots of storm and polka music. Predictions all across the good old USA. A funnel cloud was spotted right here in Chicago. It's storming lots of good old polka melodies. The bands are booming out their sounds to us like thunder, pouring down on us in three-part harmony. Every time it rains, it's raining polka music. It's mighty winds of polkas blowing out your way. The forecast calls for lots of storm and polka music. Predictions all across the good old USA. It's storming heavy through the hills of Pennsylvania, sending floods of polka music all around. Some say this storm is gonna last with us forever. Storming polkas in each city, state, and town. Every time it rains, it's raining polka music. It's mighty winds of polkas blowing out your